What's going on, YouTube? I need a haircut again. Let me explain something very closely. I wanted to do this last night after the game, but I got too damn tired because it was intense. Probably one of the best football games I've ever seen from a defensive standpoint, honestly. But the Dallas Cowboys demonstrated something last night that you just cannot ignore. And one of them is nobody gave the Dallas Cowboys a chance. Not just to win the game, but to frickin' even keep it close. Now, in my pick, I was even surprised the Cowboys won, to tell you the truth. But I said, remember, that this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. For some reason, it seems like the Dallas Cowboys always have the Saints number. It always seems that way. But, honestly, all these sports announcers and all this bullshit, all these fans saying, the Saints are going to put up 40, like that idiot Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, I'm sorry, I can't stand the guy. He's a loudmouth, is what he is. He don't know what he's talking about half the time, except when it comes to Marvin Lewis. That's about the only thing I agree with him on. But the guy's a moron. But anyway, besides that, of course I loved it because Stephen A. Smith hates the freaking Cowboys, and I love it. So, but he's a Steeler fan, so what do you expect? Getting back to it, in a game where the Dallas Cowboys, now you want to talk about a team under pressure that handled it the best way possible. The Dallas Cowboys, let's be honest, started 3-4 or 2-4, whatever it was. Everybody counted them out. So did I. I said, you know what? It just ain't in them this year. Now they're 7-5, and you could arguably say they're 6-5 going in this game. They lose, they're 6-6, and more than likely, they're probably out of contention. So either that would mean they would have to win the last 4 games, or they're out of contention. So everything, you almost felt like this was a must-win for the Dallas Cowboys. And you can say what you want about Jerry Jones and everything like that. I think Jerry Jones is a great owner. Honestly, he gets it done. Dak Prescott and the guys showed everybody that just you can't count them out. I don't know why everybody hates the Cowboys so much, because you cannot. What you seen last night, you cannot. I mean, you have to give all the credit in the world to the Cowboys. Now, listen, I understand there was a couple controversial calls in that game. I totally get it. The helmet-to-helmet should have been called on Dallas. I totally agree with that. But that last pass interference on the Saints fans are going crazy. Well, I'm sorry. The same can be said when they were down 13-3, and it was an obvious offensive pass interference on the Saints, and they gave them the touchdown anyway to make it 13-10. So it goes both ways. I honestly believe probably neither one of it should have been called on the last play, but all these people want to blame the refs bullshit. I mean, no. Dallas Cowboys flat out outplayed the Saints last night. And say what you want, the freaking Saints have been averaging, 35, 40 points a game, and they get held to 10 points, probably the fewest points they've gotten held to all year long. That is why I like the Cowboys, honestly, because they are a team that handles pressure very, very well. Now, I know that they've been known to choke in the postseason, but this is Dak Prescott's second year. Give him a chance. I'm telling you. I'm not saying that they'll do anything this year, but I think this is a bright team with a bright future. I'm sorry, that's why I've turned away from the Bengals. I can't stand it. Mike Brown, take notes. I'm sorry. Marvin Lewis should not even have a job. He should have been fired years ago. I don't care. I mean, especially after this game. Now with Andy Dalton out, which... Yeah, Bengals probably ain't going to win another game, but I don't even care anymore. That's why I've walked away from that organization, honestly. And honestly, it's quite sad, but this is why I respect the Cowboys. I've said it on YouTube all along. I've always rooted for the Cowboys. But yeah, with everything on the line, you're 6-5. It's a must-win game, you feel like. And they just got it done. I mean, that interception they made at the last drive the Saints had was incredible. You can't, regardless of the penalties, that was an incredible play against a quarterback like Drew Brees, who's obviously a Hall of Famer. And the other thing I like about that whole game is Dallas played it smart. Technically speaking, they probably could have went up 20-10, but they ate the clock up instead, because even they knew you give Drew Brees any time at all, even being up by 6-7 points with 40 seconds left. I mean, he could easily erase that easily. So the Cowboys played it really, really smart. They played conservative and just ran the clock out. And they didn't even score a point in the second half, and they still won the game. So, just That's why I'm real proud of the Cowboys right now, and I'm not a bandwagon fan. How can you really say I'm a bandwagon fan? The Cowboys haven't done shit since the 90s. So I look at a young team in Dak Prescott. I look at not the greatest owner, obviously, but a good owner in Jerry Jones. I don't care what anybody says. I think Jerry Jones is a good owner. I really do. And just getting back to it. I mean, dude, that's why I respect him. That is a true definition of a team who handle pressure really well. I mean, a 10-1 team, probably the best team in the league. The only other team that's probably better than the Saints right now is probably the Rams. I know people are going to say the Chiefs, but if you had to rank them, I'd say the Chiefs are actually number 3 because the Chiefs have been known to the Chiefs choke all the time. I mean, this year could be different, but they're known for choking, much like the Bengals. But honestly, guys, like I said, that's a team I'm actually proud of watching. So it was a great game by the Cowboys. Officiating, yes, it could have been better, but you know what? It went both ways on pass interference. So, good job, Cowboys. And Saints, obviously, they're a great team. I still think the Saints are... I would not be shocked if the Saints went to the Super Bowl at all. Wouldn't surprise me. So, it was a good game. Good job, Saints. Good job, Cowboys. And I'll get to the picks soon.